Welcome to the June 2023 Energy Update. This month's theme is the authentic self. I'm Christine Gold, psychic medium, author, speaker, old soul healer, and soul purpose mentor. June's affirmation is, I live a life of love, integrity, growth, and service to others. Join us for Season 4 of the Heart-Led Soul-Fed podcast. Share, like, subscribe, and comment. Let the healing begin. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to June already. I know we say this every year, but where has the time gone? We are already halfway through June. So come on in. If you're live, please say hello. And if you're on the replay, please say hello as well. Let us know where you're from. If this is your first time joining. Now, normally I pre-record these, but this month I thought let's switch it up a little bit, because that's really what the spice of life is all about. And if you enjoy this, please share, please, do all those wonderful things to help others find this video, to be inspired, to share, to connect, to co-create, to collaborate, and to create community within our soul healers community. And yeah, I don't need to show that as well. But I also want to recognize this is Gemini season. I don't know any Geminis, but if you are and it's your birthday, please share it with us. We'd love to celebrate it with you. And you never know, there might be a little surprise. Hi, Gitte, all the way in Denmark. So nice to see you. And hello, Stacy. Yes, in Edmonton. Everything is fabulous. I was just listening to Louise Hay before coming on. Bless her heart. Actually, it was through the Hay House app called Empower You. Amazing. They're doing like a 7-day affirmation challenge, I guess. But Louise Hay was today, and I loved how she ended today with LDR. Life, death, rebirth. It's so fitting. I don't know about you, but that's definitely what's happening right now. Your birthday was May 31st. Well, happy belated solar return, another year to spin around the sun, as they say. And thank you so much for being here. Basically, just tuning into the overall energy of the month. Of course, there is a theme. The overall theme is the authentic self. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been seeing that in the collective. I mean, we are all connected. I mean, once we're on board, you know what I'm saying? We're having our spiritual awakening, we're having our dark night of the soul. We're doing the work. We've been doing it for a very long time. Collective means, collective minds, collective energy. I love this image. I mean, who wouldn't want to be there, right? So I feel authentic self. We're really detaching or practicing non-attachment of things that would make us reactive, of things that would normally bother us, or it's coming around again and again, and we're becoming less reactive. Yeah. I don't know about you, but that's what I have been feeling, what I have been seeing. And yes, it is Gemini season. I love these colors, and it is a twin soul energy. It is a yin and a yang as well. It is also, it's that twin energy, having the two minds. And Gemini tends to live in two minds. I mean, I'm sure you've heard some people will say almost like a split personality, right? But we, don't be too attached to the sign. We can all take aspects from all 12 zodiac signs, right? At least that's how I like to how I like to operate. And the song that came in this morning, because every morning I get a song pretty much. I record my dreams. Let me know. Do you record your dreams? It's very important. I'm doing a dream recall workshop very soon and also in person. So if you're in Calgary, let me know. But the song is Sail On by the Commodores. And I'm like, oh, we're going way back, like 1979. You know, go back and have a look on YouTube. There's some great basically the song is about having a relationship and now I'm moving on. You're not my cup of tea. No hate, no ill will, you know what I'm saying? It's more of, I'm going to sail on, you go your way, I'm happy, you're happy. And that's really what relationships are about is no other person is going to make you whole. If you feel, and Carolyn Miss also brought in, I don't know if you watch her archetypes, but she's talking about the damsel the other day. And, that's an old, archaic, colonized patriarch type of archetype. And, it's like, oh, I can't do anything. I need a man or a woman or a partner. I don't step into my authentic self. I don't get things done. I expect others to rescue me. That's it. That's what it is. So I find that very interesting as well. There are no damsels here. We are queens, are we not? Are we not queens? Come on now. Queens, kings, whatever you identify with, that energy where, you get shit done. And yeah, you've got that full strawberry moon that is today in Sagittarius. So we're really letting things go, detoxing from any emotions, any type of food, people, energy, whatever it is that no longer resonates. Because when you vibrate at a higher frequency, how can anything lower vibration hold on? Can't, unless you're holding on to it, right? And I have a cutting cord meditation on YouTube as well. I also have an inner child meditation. I have a Mother Earth Gaia frequency meditate. I have quite a few guided meditations, even for the full and new moon. And speaking of new moon, the new moon in Gemini is June 18th. So, plant your seeds, get those ready. Start no, I feel it manifest all the time. Just ask. Like my father-in-law, bless his heart, used to say, if you don't ask, you don't get. So if you're like, well, I didn't get that. And I'm like, well, did you ask? Well, no. Well, why? A lot of times it's fear or we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. That's a big one. So that's where your authentic self comes in. You so deserve everything. The kingdom is within you. Heaven is on earth. Despite what you see on the outside, it is like Dolores Cannon says, it is a film. You are just watching it. You're observing it. You're perceiving it, but it is not you. Do you understand? No, actually, it's an inner stand. Do you understand? All right. Yeah, Stacy's just saying she loves Louise and has Hay House. Yeah, affirmation cards. Yes, that's right. Your dad's murder trial. My goodness, week 7. So yeah, mm, you're holding the energies, and yeah, there will be atonement. It's already happening. So the fact that you're aware of that and you're holding space for that, so really important. You were born on the Sag moon. Yeah, my rising is Sagittarius, so my moon's in Aries, but I totally, yeah, I get it. I get it. Yes, divinely powerful. And Stacy is going to look at my meditations tonight. So she hasn't really signed up for any groups, so solo practices right now. Yeah, I understand that. And actually after and it's 10:10, thanks mom. That's how my mom comes through for me. Tens, whether it's a dime or it's a 10:10. Mom's just confirming everything for me. And I'm wearing one of her pins, the owl. I've been seeing a lot of owl symbolism, the wisdom. Knowledge is learning something, watching a YouTube video, letting it integrate. And then wisdom is applying it in our everyday life. There's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. So, yeah, I definitely align with that as well. Thank you to everyone that's here. And we're going to let's talk about retrogrades. Why not? I mean, they're relevant. We just finished Mercury. There are 2 retrogrades plus Pluto. You've got your Saturn retrograde, mid-June to November 4th, and then Neptune, the end of June till December. So both of these are coinciding to the end of the year. And really, Saturn, that's my planet for Capricorn. And it's funny, you get to redo things. I never see it as a negative. I see it as a positive. Problems are not obstacles, problems are opportunities. Doors that close are for protection. They're not rejection. You gotta flip the switch all the time. So that's just super important. And I wanted to talk as well about, compassion versus empathy. Very interesting because, the word compassion is to suffer together. But compassion can embrace a broader way of relating. So, how does empathy compare to compassion? So, you can think of empathy in terms of being aware of the energy and emotions of those around you. And as an empath, I'm sure you know that very well, but not absorbing it. You're just observing it and being a part of it, but not attached and connected. And that's where the drains come in. If you don't practice your own compassion for yourself and self love and taking care of yourself, self care. That's where the trouble with the empath or the highly sensitive individual comes in. True story. While compassion is one way, and you can manage that with awareness. So, Buddhists, I have a past life as a Buddhist. They view compassion and love as both being high frequency emotions. So rather than feeling the pain, that's the part of being drained of someone else and suffering with them, like, oh, woe is me. We're all going to be bummed out together, like Eeyore, right? And Winnie the Pooh was not affected by it, and Tigger was not affected by it. Piglet was. Funny how I'm going to Winnie the Pooh, but anyways, it's a cute reference. So you can be present with suffering while opening a door to higher frequency. And what is that frequency? Love. Love is in everything. Love is who you are. So being compassionate to yourself leads to a greater sense of health and happiness. Yay. Building compassion helps us elevate our awareness and our frequency. And when you regularly practice compassion with yourself, holding that energy with others becomes easier rather than running away, rather than running away. Or some people completely shut down. Some people get angry. Some people are like, oh, get away from me. I don't want to be around those people. Those people are you as well. We got to remember that. We got to remember that. But there's also boundaries, right? And also being aware of people, places, and things that drain you, that pull your energy down. So you've got to practice it and be aware of it. And that's it. It's pretty simple once you practice. Stacy is just saying my dad is 717 or 777. Well, yeah, wow, look at all the sevens. July 7th, 2017. Wow, thank you for sharing that. And she's also saying that our perspectives are everything, and that is why working with affirmations assist us. They do. They switch those negatives into positives, absolutely. But we have to remember we have to heal the root cause of the trauma, because you can do affirmations till you're blue in the face, but if you have that undertone, that undercurrent, that you don't deserve it, you're not worthy, whatever that is, those affirmations are I don't wanna say useless, but it will keep cycling in. That's what I'm saying. So, love Dr. Gabor Mate. He's amazing. He says all addictions, all mental health, and I completely agree, are all rooted in trauma, and we're all healing together. We all have a trauma. We all have something that we went through, right? We are not alone. We are actually more connected than we like to. And then that's the problem with the thinking, right? There's critical thinking, right? Those help you, pay bills and do those worldly things. Those cannot be avoided, right? And if you do, then there's something you need to look at, right? And the numerology of June 1st, 2023 reduces to a 5. And fives are a master of change and curiosity, freedom, fun, and experimentation. I see fives a lot. The only thing this number is truly attached is being unattached. It's true. You think about it, it's the middle of 1 and 10. And the number 5 card in the tarot deck is the Hierophant. And Leo is clearly the fifth astrological sign. So interesting that bringing in all of these numbers. What numbers do you see on a regular? I thought I'd bring in the angel number. I like I said, I see fives a lot. So for me, it's all about change and changes for truth and authenticity. Very synchronous, of the theme for June is authentic self. So this is a number of opportunity, and you're being guided to follow your intuition more closely. And speaking of intuition, I teach workshops on how to access your intuition, how to strengthen it, because it is a muscle. It is a muscle like anything else. And once you have activated that muscle, you will get more synchronicity. You will get more information. Your dreams will be completely vivid, because that's where all your signs and symbols and information come through. I truly believe in having a dream journal, whether it's on paper or in your phone. Um, and a lot of times I've said before that this information is for clients or other, people that are in my circle or cycles, however you want to look at it. So, and speaking of affirmations, this is the affirmation for June. You can make your own if you'd like. I live a life of love, integrity, growth, and service to others. And very interesting that love and integrity, I feel they're one and the same, because having integrity is knowing who you are authentically, and then you can love yourself and others authentically. There's complete authentic growth, not, well, I do all the mantras, I do the meditations every day, I volunteer, I do this, I do that. But um, if something else, like let's go to finances. That's seems to be the biggest one, especially for women. Um, where they let their partner take care of the finances. They have no idea what's involved, and that comes into the damsel archetype, where you're not aware of what's going on, and then when they pass or you break up or have a divorce, you have no idea what the finances are because you're not involved. Really important, I don't like stocks, I don't like the stock market, I have a lot of debt. So really empower yourself to look into those things that you're afraid of looking at, right? Because that's part of the growth. And the old, caveman syndrome, I want to say, is, you're not safe, you need more, you're not stable, you're not abundant. That's not true. That's not true. You are all of those and more. And this is a new economy. I mean, we are talking about the digital age, artificial intelligence. I mean, I was in a group yesterday. We were talking about that. It's great for some parts of your life, but I also said we have to be aware of the Atlantis. Atlantis all leaned in, had all their chips in artificial intelligence. It didn't work out very well for them, did it? So we have to be very aware, like there has to be a balance between the two, just like with anything else. Balance. Looking at it going, okay, that's cool, that was fun, but I'm not going to let it, run my life. And I'm going to be thankful that I have that in my life and it's something to learn. It's just a tool, just like anything else. Let me know how you feel about artificial intelligence, how that shows up for you. And yes, this is June. This is Pride Month. And it's so synchronous. Love always wins. It absolutely does. And I completely support it. I support all denominations, all walks of life. To judge others is to judge yourself. So we got to stop doing that. And hate is just the opposite of fear and love. Like those are all, it's that triangle, right? So if you take the hate out, the hate comes from fear. What do you have left? Love, compassion, empathy, right? All right. So to save time, because time is always of the essence, and there are 24 hours in a day. Let's say 8 of those hours are spent sleeping, hopefully. I know some people have trouble sleeping around the full moon. I completely understand. I completely smudged my place a couple days ago. It so needed it and probably going to do it again. And then you can practice burning away things that no longer serve you. I have a cord cutting meditation you can practice. You can do that every day if you'd like. There's a huge benefit of clearing your energy every day, grounding every day, prayer, mindfulness, whatever that happens to be, whether you're in your garden or you're sitting and meditating. Qigong, yoga, there's so many ways to meditate, to be mindful. There's no right or wrong, and if anybody tells you otherwise, next. I don't subscribe to that. I really don't, um, because there's always, the tools that I have are just suggestions. That's it. And whatever you find and works for you, perfect. Keep going that way. And whatever videos or books or conversations are placed in front of you, pay attention. Those are signs from your collective team. Guides, angels, loved ones. They're like, hi, you wanted some information? Here it is. It's going to come in a form you don't expect it. And that's how mediumship works as well. um, and it's, speaking of events, I don't have it up here. Don't know why I didn't download it, but you can go to my page. I'm actually going to be speaking at the Divinity Wellness Expo, June 17th at 4 p.m. in Calgary. All the details will be, I believe they're in the comments there, so you can have a look. All right, so we're going to go and just pull cards here. I mean, the cards are already pulled. We're going to start with the Shaman's Oracle, Shaman's Dream. Love it, love it, love it. I mean, we're talking about love, right? The heart home. I don't know if you can see the number. It is 27. And love in its truest form, compassion. So, really, this is all about um, replacing judgment of yourself and others into compassion. You heed the call. When you feel like you don't belong anywhere, it's time to make your way back to your home. And home is in the heart, as they say. Your heart and soul. Unconditional love. There's no need to forgive anyone or anything. Interesting. Because in spiritual truth, it was just a belief. That's really important, our beliefs in the story that makes it powerful. So just allow love to wash it all away. Allow love to wash it all away. Interesting, this card comes up because we pulled from the Light Seers Tarot, my absolute favorite tarot deck in the world because it's so colorful. It just invokes inspiration and creativity. The Emperor. The Emperor is card number 4. And really, the Emperor is the divine masculine having the authority, a natural leader, strategic, analytical, but it is also the heart and the home, the heart and the head connection. Not letting the head do all the work, not letting the heart do all the work. I mean, we are heart led, that feeds the soul. Heart led, soul fed, that was the reason the name for my podcast as well, because that's the connection. So, it's the merger of both in a symbiotic balance, the scales of justice. I love that there's a pawn chess piece. He is sitting on the world. He is of the world, but he doesn't let the world, he's not concerned with worldly matters as well. Um, it's all about taking action and finding opportunities to be of service of others while you build your empire. So this is fiery too. This is a fiery energy. This is a manifestation energy. We're confident, we're compassionate, we're leaders. We have our own sovereignty, our own reality, and the world is yours already, right? So when are you going to acknowledge the two? The two. I love it. Let me know what resonates with you with those cards, what shows up for you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you everyone that has and is here. Of course, I go into talking just a little bit more about some of the things that I offer. Heart Led Soul Fed podcast live show. I just did a show with Janelle on healing with horses. You want to go back and have a look at that. I love animals. Animals are healers. They're so connected to Gaia. I mean, they are Gaia, and we actually need to learn from animals more than the other way around, right? Um, I'm also teaching level 1 and 2 Yasui Reiki, June 24th. It will be for the day. It's online. All the details will be there. As well, I hold a weekly Edgar Cayce Soul Purpose Study Group, and we're working on the book A Search for God. If you don't have the book, we can get you a PDF. We can get you a hard copy. It's weekly, every Monday, 5 p.m. Mountain. And then we have our Authentic Connections, which is happening pretty much right after this. It's completely free. I have been leading this. It is a beautiful place to find your tribe, to co-create, to connect with people from around the world. It's the first Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. Mountain. And of course, we have our Soul Healers community. There's information for that. So it's a private space, monthly classes, development, balancing, healing. And then I have Unleash Your Magic group mentorship coming up in September. The details for that are as well. So if you are spiritually aware, maybe you're curious and you're wondering, I know I'm intuitive. I know I have gifts. I'm tired of feeling this way. I want to start my own business. I want to live my best life. I want to be happy because that's your purpose. I will lead you through 8 weeks together. So it really is about remembering who you are, and there's magic in everything. As well, I have a 1-year coaching, mentoring. It's twice a month. Again, it's really deep diving. It's more than just 8 weeks. This is for the rest of your life. And I also have courses on Udemy and on my website, christine.gold. It's real easy. There's lots of stuff there. There's lots of free stuff on YouTube, complimentary things. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sending lots of love and enjoy June. Really, this is the start of the summer, and I'm sending you lots of love. Take care, and please remember, let the healing begin.